Okay. So to begin, how you download the Insight Timer app, you can get it from your app store, whether you have an iPhone or Android, or if you have a tablet at home that you want to put it on, you can search Insight Timer. The image is a little gold singing bowl, and you'll download the app, create your account, or sign in if you already happen to have an Insight Timer account. And the important first step you'll want to complete to join the Southern New Hampshire University workplace is coming to this little briefcase icon you'll see in the top left corner of the screen. So I'm going to click on that now, and you'll see I'm already a part of my workplace, but what you'll see is a screen that says Well-being at Work. There'll be a blue button that says Get Started, and that's what you'll click, and you'll complete a one-time step of verifying your work email address to join the workplace account. So what that does is enter you into the workplace where you have access to all of this work-specific content, as well as unlocks access to the premium content on Insight Timer. So it's an important first step to complete. Once you get into the workplace, you'll see this kind of scoreboard up at the top for the workplace minutes. That shows collectively as a workplace how many meditation minutes have been completed that week. And you'll be able to see the company's best ever record. So you're also able to see how many minutes you've contributed so far. Then you'll see a section that's titled For Your Day that breaks up the workday into different segments with recommendations for meditations, talks, and music tracks that can kind of fit into the workday routine. So you'll see a section for quick breaks, focus, preparing for meetings or beginning the morning, maybe for the commute or unwinding after work or getting restful sleep. So maybe after today's workday, you want to, kind of unwind, relax a little bit. You can click on that section and see a list of resources curated by our team, but you can also browse and filter by time. So if you're looking for just a short practice, you can put on that time filter and see recommendations that fall under that 1 to 5 minute time frame. And then the next tab up at the top in the workplace titled Skills. So the workplace skills address common workplace challenges, and each of the 15 topics we have a theory element provided by a researcher, as well as a practice element provided by a meditation teacher. So you're able to come in, see if there are any topics that might resonate with you, maybe something you've experienced, and be able to gain an understanding of the research and science behind that topic, as well as learn strategies and practices that you can apply to help you better navigate those challenges. So you see some of the topics are how to unplug at night, negotiating a pay raise, preventing burnout. And for any of you who also have pets at home, my cat loves to join in our Zoom meeting, so he'll probably make another appearance, as well as topics on focus, self-care when experiencing bias, a wide range of topics you can explore. And then coming into the groups tab. So workplace groups are spaces in which you all can connect with one another, share different recommendations, and even meditate together at the same time. So if I come into this Mindful Mondays workplace group, you can see there's a section for kind of announcements in the feed section where I've recommended a meditation. And then the library is where any saved meditations or courses that get shared will kind of get saved in this collective space. The Meditate tab is where you can schedule or attend group meditations, where a guided meditation will begin at a set date and time, and everybody from their different locations can come on and attend that guided meditation kind of in sync with one another. And lastly, there is also a chat section where you can kind of have dialogue on different topics. We'll see workplace groups get created for different popular topics, such as maybe stress reduction or improving sleep. And it's a space where you can really share recommendations and connect with one another. Coming back to the home screen of the app, you'll see there's always an option to do a daily check-in where you can rate your mood. And maybe if today I'm feeling good because of sleep and work, I can complete a check-in, and then you'll actually be prompted with recommendations based on how you're feeling that day. You can also scroll down and see on the home page will be content recommendations made just for you based off of teachers you follow and topics that you've marked as of interest. Then on the bottom panel here, we're going to come into the Learn tab. That's where you have access to the live events and courses. So live events range from live music being performed to talks, meditations, and even live yoga. The ones in these pink circles up at the top are actually live events happening right now. So you can always jump through those, see if something catches your attention, or if you know more specifically what you're looking for, you can select these filters and say maybe you're just looking for live yoga classes, and maybe you know you're looking for one happening tomorrow. You can set those filters to narrow down your search results and say maybe you're looking, maybe the spring purification sounds good. You can read a little bit more about it and click attend event, and you'll receive a little reminder before the class begins. And then coming back to the courses. So they'll be marked Member Plus, and this is that premium content that you get unlocked by verifying your work email address. They range from being anywhere from 5 to 50 days in length, each day being typically between 10 to 20 minutes. So go at your own pace, kind of a micro learning structure, and they range a wide variety of topics. You can see just based off of what's featured today, we can see tools for healing and transformation, resilience, obsessive thinking, happier and healthier life, a morning ritual. And if you're interested in one of the courses that you see, you can actually have started that one, but let's say you click on this one, you can scroll down, see it's a 10-day course, just 13 minutes a day. About 10,000 other students have taken it, gain a little bit of an overview, and be able to begin it whenever you're ready. You can also sort the courses by category to kind of, again, narrow down what you're searching for. Coming now onto the Discover tab, this is where you have access to the meditation timer, you can set different intervals and bell sounds, and see our popular topic pages. So you can see a whole section dedicated to sleep. And scrolling down, you can see we have sleep music, soundscapes, even a section for sleep for parents, which has guided meditations and bedtime stories that you can do with little ones at home. And then you also have a section for parents, beginners, and if you use the search bar up here at the top right corner, you can put in any keyword. So maybe you're looking, let's use this grounding keyword. See all the top results. Tracks will show you meditations, music, and talks. Again, you can use those filters to narrow down what you're searching for. You'll see any courses that come up on that topic, as well as any live events that may be coming up, any groups on the Insight Timer app, as well as playlists that you can explore. The Connect tab is where you can explore public groups on the Insight Timer app, as well as just connect with the global community. And then the profile section on the bottom right corner is where you can view your kind of stats, so your meditation progress, be able to see your recently played and your bookmarks. It's also where you have an easy access button to the workplace. And scrolling down, you'll be able to go into your settings where you can select your own content filters to say, maybe you do or do not want to see content from one of these sections. And I see a question in the app, does the app have any prayer options as well? Yes, we absolutely do. So if you just go into your search bar and you can search prayer or any other keywords, there are a number of results that you'll see. And also just on that topic under the Discover page, if you click See All, you can search any keyword. And let's just say if we put in prayer, you can see a number of different topics already pop up, and there'll be topic pages that you can explore those topics more deeply. And then coming back to the settings, if you speak more than one language, you can select to see content in up to 5 languages at once, as well as select your settings for notifications if you want a daily reminder to meditate. And then lastly, under your profile is also the privacy section, where you select if you want a public or private profile and determine what sort of the social or connection features on the app you do or do not want to take part in. Maybe you don't want to receive friend requests at all. The stories or where your recently listened to activity will show up on your friends' home pages. So if you want your listening activity to be private, you can simply unselect that. And then your listening history will be private just for you. Again, all those settings are things you get to dictate for yourself to determine kind of your comfort levels and ensuring that Insight Timer is a space where you feel is comfortable for you, personal to your preferences. And then just coming back to the home page, again, search bar at the top right and the workplace button in the top left corner is where you should get started. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, and we have just a couple of minutes if there are any questions.
Not a question, but I did put the link to the information on how to get started with just kind of downloading the app and kind of having the workplace option, unlocking that. I put that in the chat. I will do it again just now that we are at the end. It is on the Employee Benefit Lounge, but it is a brand new page because this is a new partnership that we have. So that link is right in the chat. I will also have the recording on the Wellbeing site. It just might take about a day or two for everything to get uploaded.
Fantastic. And I did see a couple questions come into the chat, one about going over privacy once more. So I'm going to pull back up my phone screen just to make sure everybody feels comfortable with how to set those preferences. So pulling that back up. So you go to your profile, so your bottom right corner, and privacy is actually its own section. So it's not under settings, but it has its own button. Public or private profile. So public will mean anybody on the app can see your milestones or your recent activity and your friends. Private means only people you accept to be your friends can see your milestones or your profile, that sort of information. You can determine if you want to hide your last name on the app. You can select if you do or do not want to receive friend requests. And then stories are, if I come onto my homepage, these circles up at the top, some of these are my coworkers, some of them are friends. And so if I click on them, I can see, okay, what did my coworker Kate listen to recently, as a way to get new ideas of different teachers I might want to listen to. But if you don't want your recent activity being shown, you can simply turn off that story setting. And then lastly, after meditation, sometimes people will send messages saying, thank you for meditating with me. If you don't want to receive any messages like that, you can simply turn those off here as well. And then I did see one other question about any favorite yoga videos. So we have hundreds of live yoga classes that happen kind of every day, every week. So there's quite a range of them. And so they are a little bit different every time. I personally really like some of the morning yoga classes that we have available. It's a great way to begin the day. So encourage you to explore some of those options. Okay, well, if there are not any other questions, just thank you again so much for taking the time. And I hope that you enjoy exploring the Insight Timer app and finding different resources to support your well-being.
Thank you so much, Krista.
Very welcome. Hope you all have a great rest of your week.
You as well.